Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brand new whiteboard video, but I'm going to be continuously recording in order to provide more value to you. I'm so excited and pumped up to record these type of videos because, it makes me thinking uh really in an amazing way, brainstorm really amazing stuff, and it makes me it's this particular whiteboard makes me teaching much more easier because whatever my brain inside my brain comes in, just I want to just draw a picture or write it down, so it's going to be so much easier for you me to articulate things, and it's going to be super helpful for me, right? So hope you have amazing audio quality here. So if it is not, then just I will go to improve it. So what is the 10 point that I write it down in this whiteboard, and what is it about, and how am I going to give more value to you? So as you can start continuing to watching this video, I'm going to be revealing one by one thing based on my experience, what I did. So what is the best thing that you can copy from me and learn from my experiences and save a lot of make more money, save more energy, time, and not repeating the burnout pace again because I did it. I figured out those by my experience, my life, and you don't need to be do any of those things. So get closer attention to this whiteboard. Let's see one by one. So number one would be mindset. So in terms of mindset is the most 90% contribution mechanism in order to whatever the success that you do have. Because if this things goes wrong, right, then entire thing will start going to be crashing out. Then you might be thinking all the gurus on the internet, YouTube, all of them are talking the mindset. Yeah, it is really important. That's why people are talking about it. And pause this video, think about it. What is mindset? Why people talking about it? Does it really have a real value to the entire systems, or is people are hyping around on this things, this unknown? And you might be getting into the conclusion, yes, it is true, because if to a certain degree you already know what to do. You have the skill set, you have the everything, resources, and all of those things, some certain exclusions, you have everything, but why haven't you so far now implemented it? Why you are not so far successful? Why you are not capable, achieved all your goals? So the reason behind for it is mindset. So it's a set of rules that you created for yourself. It's a belief that's pulling you back. It's a thing that's stopping you from a success. All of this getting back to is in a contribution of many other issues. So if you can fix it, then you can do really amazing stuff. So for me, I'm following Sandy Morgan, like he's my mentor. So I follow him to till the heart of my love. So is a mentor, like I following for mindset related stuff. So is in YouTube. Go ahead and search for Charlie Bowden, and you can watch a lot of videos around that is regarding mindsets. Right. So uh, for me, in one line, what is mindset? So when I say it's a mindset about it's a three things. So it's about identity shift, right? So if you want to have a great mindset, you must need to do an shift. So for identity shift, you need to, for example, so identity shift has these three things. Like one is beliefs, belief, character, skills. So for you to be getting this amazing mindset, you must need to be conquer this belief thing. Okay. So you now in the position you thinking okay, my belief, like the reason why you're not doing the work is because of belief. You believe certain things in a wrong way that it causes the action. For example, I believe salespeople are more sleazy, and they do big for money. They do unethical work. They make money by commission threats. I have all of these beliefs. Then I eventually can't get better at sales. I can't eventually sell to people. Then eventually things will start crashing out, and I can't be in a best and great performer, right? So that's has been happening. So for someone to be in a great mindset, they need to work on their beliefs. They need to work on improving their characteristics, like something like that. So what is a person, a great salesperson, he characteristic needs to be helped. So they need to work on this character. What is some of the skills they need to have so in order to make it better? So something like that you need to be work on around, and it. So skill set character brilliant is completely aligned. Then is what you can expect things to be better, right? So mindset is the most important thing in this entire thing. So you need to be trained your mindset. For me, what I'm planning is like from morning wake up. Once I wake up at like 5 a.m. So after 5 a.m., like 30 minutes shower. So another 1 hour is dedicatedly sent for mindset. So it's me tuning my mindset in a right way or thinking in a correct manner, thinking like aligning everything in a proper way until I feel like okay, I don't need the more mindset module, or else like I'm going to do VT once. From now, I'm restarting everything again. So from now, I need to have 1 hour mindset daily. Once I felt like okay, everything has been aligned, weekly once. A couple of times a week is been good. Okay, so I'm going to be realigning it based on like you might know your intensity, you might know your controllability over everything. So you must need to be come in a good terms with yourself with how much mindset stuff or recall I need to have in order to perform better. So uh, once you have that thing sorted out, then you might need don't need to consume mindset every single day. This is that. So I can watch it and like I can watch this modules around on once I wake up. Once this basic stuff done, I can watch 1 hour. Or like I have a gym sessions 1 hour. So gym, like I have been spending 1 hour there, so I can consume content over there. I didn't recalling all this materials mindset stuff, what is the resistance and all of those things I can consume music. Or it's like bedtime. So before bedtime, I can consume for 30 minutes. So it's a good, great recall for me to get reminded. Three opportunities I have in a day that I can consume mindset stuff and get more of like energy and alignment. Right? So you have the human potential, you have the skills, you have the characters, but why haven't you achieved it? Because like your beliefs kicking you in a wrong way. So that's why it's performing in a wrong. So make it correct, make it aligned. So once this mindset part has been completely taken care of, the next important thing you want to consume or the next important thing you want to know is like locking, right? So basically as a human, when we set it up the vehicle or human potential, any of those things like in an infinite way, then it's going to be doesn't perform anything. For example, if you're playing cricket, okay, right? If you're playing cricket or soccer, any of those sports, there was no end time, right? So you can start whenever you want, you can stop whenever you want. There was no, like in cricket specifically, there was no, in a over there was 6 balls need to spin. So wickets rules will be there. So home runs, scores, everything will be counted. If it is doesn't, then there was no excitement to the game to play around, right? So that's why the excitement comes in, right? So in order to make it exciting, in order to make it chase the thing, in order to make it like work out, in order to make it learn the skill, you need to set it up in a gamified way. If there was no gamified way, then you're not going to be performing in the best level that you are, right? Because like human brain get bored. There was no excitement. There was no nothing. So that's what I step over here. So it's an infinite loop. Then there was no end point. It's me setting myself in a prison. I don't eventually like it. I don't want to get out of from it. So don't do the mistake. Don't do the mistake. So what is the solution for that? So solution for that is be a 120 days sprint. Okay. So you can take 90 days or 120 days or 180 days. Don't go beyond it. So lock in yourself. If you are in a hustling phase, if you are in a make money thing, or else like you want to grow your business, and all of those things, right? So I strongly recommend you to be locking into that, locking yourself in order to make it work out. So I'll now experimenting this, not experiment, I'm certain about these things. I'm 120 days locking. This is the day one of locking period. Okay, I'm creating this content, so it's involved or of creating or of content, right? So if I'm locking it, then I know when I'm starting, when I'm quitting. So if I'm sure about it, then I can see all of those things. This is the pace I'm starting. This is the pace I'm ending. Now I created a ground. Okay. Now I created a ground. Now I want to create the boundaries and everything, make it to inside me. Okay. So once I created these things, the next thing that you want to know is like threshold, stress threshold. So all human being can handle a certain degree of stress. Okay. Stress for good. Okay, if you're not stressed enough, if you're not stressing yourself, if you're not stressed around the activity that you're doing, then you're not doing the activity enough. So for me, what happening is like once 10 days pass, or once I close certain deals, I feel like, okay, I'm exhausted, I need a break, I need couple of days to relax. I need to binge watch all of this stuff. I didn't enough. I need a break. So something will be happening and something will be coming out in my way. Then, oh, then I might be in a shock. Okay, what's the fuck is happening? Then I need to get back to the work. But eventually I lost the momentum. So you need to aware about your stress tolerances. But whatever you thinking as your stress tolerance is fake, is biased, because like there was a resistance process inside yourself that don't want to you to work, right? So you must be aware about your stress tolerance, and otherwise it's going to kill you, right? Not going to be letting you to be think. So for example, if your stress tolerance is 80 level, but you're producing only 15 level, because like as human being, ourselves want to protect ourselves from enemies, from attackers, from animals, all of those things. Like it's a biological thing. So it stops at 15, but you have a potential of 80, but you crossing this 15, and the hell lot of things will be for the way go wrong, because like things will go in max. So for you, you must be aware about you have a higher stress or stress level tolerances or threshold. You can handle. Okay, number one, the ground. The number two will be thing. So for me, for the next 20 days, no matter what, I will push myself. Like eventually, like days might not feel good, but you must need to be what? Push yourself, push yourself, push yourself, push yourself again and again and again and again and again and again. Okay, so pushing yourself is the most important thing right over here in this process. So yeah, so the next thing would be in the mindset I want to cover about is like life as a ups and downs, right? You might be heard about these things like life has ups and downs, but you might be stuck in this loophole again and again. For example, one day you might be feeling really amazing, another day you feel like crash. This is the wheel that you are stuck, right? So you started the work a zero, like for example, like 100% motivation. Okay, you started the work in that way, and the pay is like really high. Now you motivated to doing the work. For example, from down here you don't have zero clients, you are motivated, and now you have three clients. Now you think like, okay, I have enough clients, I just need to be relaxed, calm, and settle. Okay, then I can get back everything back. Then you started taking break, then you have been zero clients. Then you eventually get into back to this motivation, then you're doing it again. Then you got 5 clients, then you zero crash. Okay, then you have got zero clients. Then you're doing motivated again. So see, the vicious cycle will go up, down, up, down, up, down. You stuck in this process. There was no progress to it. So if you're stuck in this process, then you want to be aware about it. So you don't need to be do this anymore. You don't need to be like stuck in this ups and downs. If you stuck in it, then you are like doomed out and you have no motivation. Then you doubt yourself. You eventually quit and you switch your job and you drop out your business. All this hell lot of things will be going to be happening, because all these downfalls has like negative emotions, and eventually restarting the work again from scratch is the most hardest thing, right? So once you're there, it's so hard on. It takes time. It takes time to reclaim all of those paths. So lock in, make sure there was stress tolerance that going inside your brain, so you can eventually make it better, handle it better. And the third thing has been life as a vicious cycle, and it goes ups and down. So yeah, solution to this will be another video. I'm going to be elaboratedly sketching out these things and explaining it in a better way. So for now, keep this in a mind. So if this is happening, then you might need to be more aware of this. Like, don't stop the work when you have 3 clients, when you have 5 clients. Don't stop the work. Eventually keep going, increase your stress tolerances, increase your thing. These things can only breakable once you are doing more reps. Once your mind says stop, don't stop, keep going, keep pushing yourself. Do it for 120 days until your goal is going to be achieved. Until your goal is going to be achieved. So don't stop the work just because you want to stop. Just stop the goal because lock-in is completed, goal is met. Until unless don't fake it, don't believe your stress tolerances, don't believe your ups and downs. So keep pushing yourself, keep going forward, then that's the only way to get immense progress around on this step. So let's get into this next step too. So once this mindset part is being taken care of, the next thing would be running paid advertisements. So what does it mean? So paid ads basically like you running ads to get inbound appointments, inbound leads coming to you, then you can close the deals. So set up a process to do this, right? So otherwise like you doing outreaches, all of those things is fine, but it takes couple of weeks. If you have that bare minimum, then you can set it up completely. If you're starting from scratch, for me, I write down run ads to get more traction. I have cash, I have pumped money in the ads and make sure like all the leads flow is being coming to myself in order to make it work out. So make sure that you are running ads in order to make it work out. So the next thing, third thing would be offer. So regardless of what is the product services that you are selling, you must need to be make sure that you have a crystal clear, solid offer planning out here in order to make it work out. So offer is basically like your pitch in the sales call. So make it crystal clear and figure it out the process. Like so each of those things, running advertisements, when the offer creation parts has a separate video that I'm planning to upload in a previous modules. So by bear with me, like this is the thing that you need to do in order to make it yourself move forward or getting it better and better. The fourth thing would be service delivery. Like eventually, if you are the agency owner, if you're selling services, then you must need to be so much key around on this part of this service delivery. So eventually, like when we run ads, then we get appointments. When we do 10 sales, when we close deals, the next thing would be service delivery part. If you doomed around on this process, then everything will clash out. So you must need to be aware about this service delivery process. So do great over here, service delivery. Okay, so things will work out. uh, Figure out the process A to Z. For example, onboarding. Next thing would be creating a group around on here. So next thing would be like the step one that you crafted. The next thing would be step two. Next thing would be step three. Learning else. Then eventually craft out the plan and follow the plan regardless ruthlessly in order to bring them point A to point B. This must be the goal, right? So yeah, craft a service delivery process in order to make it possible. So the next thing would be first it's exercise. So as you are in a lock-in, you might be thinking, okay, uh, you might be thinking like I don't need exercise. I just need to do more work. No, if you're surrounded with four walls and you're doing work, only work, then 3 to 4 days your brain gets like foggier feeling, and usually it cannot work at the highest level. It can, but the performance will slightly drop off, and you might be feeling like as in a torture, as in a prison, right? So you don't want to do it for yourself. Like as a business owner, you're doing the work it's a health, wealth, and combination of what is really important. So if you make money but your health is in shambles, but it doesn't going to be bring you the results, but your health also top priority, right? So you need to be prioritize then regardless of all of those activities. So prioritize exercise, go do 1 hour at least exercise per day. So do exercise, that's the only recommendation. The next thing would be food, eat clean, no sugar, like okay, no sugar, and no alcohol, no sugar, no alcohol. Then you want to be avoid like all fast food, oil, all this shitty, crappy things that you want to avoid at all costs. Making your food as the most clean type that you can possibly have. So if you have this intake is been so much clean, then is going to produce you amazing basics. So eat clean, that's the thing. Do exercise, eat clean, then the whole productivity system, the whole business will be so much healthy. Because like you are healthy. So it's a reflection of yourself, right? Okay, your business is reflection of the owner. And if you are not healthy, you are not clean, then you shall like crash. Then step 7, saying no. So what does it mean? Why I want to say no? You actually, if you're in a login, just call all your friends and know, not all your friends, couple of closed one, and those who are like inviting you continuously or you go in per time, something like that. Just call them, let them know, hey, I'm doing a login. I know you would have been supporting me and my goals too. And for me, this is the most important thing that I want to do it right now with the business. So I hope you understand. For next 1 to 2 days, no, I'm not available. I'm so sorry. But let's catch up after 120 days. Are you with me? Let's do that. Okay. So then tell your mom, dad, and your close friends or your wife, spouse, any of those things. And I'm not saying that you want to break up with your girlfriend or break up with your wife, get a divorce. I'm not doing these things, but let them know you're doing these things. They don't want to expecting you to be coming to it in a function, expecting you to be go out for them with a weekend. Something like will not going to happen crazy. So you need to avoid it at all costs. So because like the 120 days is like as in a complete break, you are pushing yourself every single day with mindset, with stress tolerances, with keep getting more awareness of this pain tolerance mechanism that's happening here. So say no to everything. Eventually, like you might be thinking you want to go for a function, party, event, any of those things, avoid it. No, stay in a locky. The next thing would be goal. So you must need to have a big visceral goal that you need to have. So that's eventually like, for example, if I'm doing all this hard work, all of a sudden I wake up, what are we chasing? Then you have nothing. Then you might be lost and you might be in confusion. Why am I doing all the sacrifices and painful thing? Then you can remember that, yeah, I have this goal, solid goal. This is what I'm chasing. If it is met, if it is achieved, then all the problem in my life we would have been going to solve like this. Okay, that's why I'm doing these sacrifices. That's why I'm doing this stress solution, and all of those things is going to be a component effort. So this goal needs to be several, bigger enough, and it needs to be a big goal that I want to achieve over here. So once this goal part has been achieved, and then all the part rest would be taken care of. Cool. So the next thing would be is content creation. Okay, so the content creation is like you need to be creating content every single day. For me, like creating content is the best and greatest thing. First, I want to do content creation. Next thing is a mindset. So if these two things is goes hand in hand, even by increasing time, I eventually achieve any goals. So I'm not going to bring name this content creation as easily. Like I'm planning content creation as a crazy level. Eventually, like every time I have on the earth in this world, I want to be do creating content and like massive like madman level of type of content creation that I'm planning to think. I'm not going to be telling you words. I'm going to be prove it with my action and my level of intensity that I do have. So content creation is the by far the most important thing. Eventually, like I feel like I'm going to be figuring out all. I learn better. I learn better. I eventually like I'm going to be feeling out a lot. I'm my way of learning is so much improved, and the way I teach is directly important me for me to understand the things will be there. So I understand better, really better at creating materials. So all these great benefits happening inside the business. So I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop teaching because like I don't want to stop learning also. So if I learn, I teach. I learn, I teach. So this is on a cycle of like progress. This is a cycle of progress. So don't stop at any cost of this thing. So if you're a business from a freelancer, any of those buddies, and you actually want to get a great start, so just slide into content creation, just create long form videos, just a presentation type of talks, just presentation type of like content, or else like you can create a short form reels or any of those things which got to be resulting in a great amazing results. So content creation has its own advantage. Okay, so just keep creating more and more content, teaching more and more people, and eventually figuring out, learning and teaching it and giving it away for free. So that's my way of contribution to the core, to the point. And the next thing would be performance marketing. It's again for me thing, performance marketing, like as a marketer, is the heart and soul of those things. So if you learn performance marketing at a greater level, then the chances of like you surviving as a leadership owner, marketer, business owner is going to be so much higher. So performance marketing is like the most greatest skill, like sharpen my brain, keep it sharper, thinking in a strategical way, why it is working, why it is not working, what I want to do as a next step, the next eventually better things. All of those things is going to even come into the conclusion of like performance marketing. So these things would be contributing to the whole war here. So this thing, I hope this 10 pointers add a lot of value in your life and business. So this would be the first video of me creating like this whiteboard style of videos. Thank you so much. If you like the video, just hit like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching this. We'll catch up in the next. Bye bye.